Hey everyone, I'm Alex and I stumbled upon a genuine game changer for your video content strategy yesterday. Like always, I uploaded a fresh video directly from my phone to LinkedIn. That's when I noticed a brand new little captions button sitting right there. Initially, I shrugged because I usually handle captions myself using my favorite iPhone apps. However, LinkedIn is now auto-generating subtitles and slapping them right on top of my existing text. I have to admit, that feature is simultaneously convenient and undeniably chaotic. Here's the real issue. Those auto captions are a good foundation, but they are certainly not flawless. We often see names spelled completely wrong, odd punctuation decisions, and line breaks placed in terrible spots. The platform actually offers an edit function for the transcript, which is helpful but only accessible on a desktop computer. If you upload from your mobile device, you must transition over to your laptop just to make necessary corrections. That small edit matters immensely because the difference between clean text and error-riddled text is huge. Clean captions directly impact your accessibility, watchability, and overall audience engagement metrics. I constantly advise creators to dedicate 2 minutes to reviewing or at least scanning those captions. Taking this small step saves you from presenting a sloppy or unprofessional final product. But why am I focusing on this minor detail instead of just celebrating automatic captions? Because captions are merely one single component in the much larger content puzzle. What truly interests me, and likely many of you, is transforming one long video into many snackable clips. These shorter pieces are what truly get traction on LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, or really any platform. This repurposing effort becomes incredibly messy and overwhelming when you try to manage it all manually. You end up using caption apps, exporting, importing into editing suites, chopping clips, and timing everything perfectly. Then you have to figure out the best captions or timestamps and finally try to schedule them across all those channels. When you add up all those steps, the cumulative effort really starts to pile up against you. This is precisely where a tool like Vizard steps in to save the day. I've been testing it for a while and it is the exact workflow glue modern creators desperately need for scaling. Vizard addresses 3 core friction points that slow down nearly every content creator I know. First, it automatically edits out the most viral potential clips right from your longer videos. Second, it possesses the capability to auto-schedule posts based on a consistent cadence you define. And third, it provides a unified content calendar so you can manage everything from one central hub. But let me be absolutely clear. I am not saying this tool guarantees instant viral success. What it does effectively is surface the absolute best moments based on engagement signals and pacing analysis. It turns those high-potential segments into clips that are essentially ready for you to post immediately. This means you stop manually hunting for those golden snippets buried deep within your long recordings. So let's revisit that initial LinkedIn caption discovery with this new workflow in mind. Imagine recording a full interview or presentation on your phone, then immediately uploading that whole file into Vizard. The tool automatically scans the footage, identifies parts most likely to perform well, and generates captions for you. It then creates multiple short, distilled versions, specifically tailored for social sharing right there. From there, you can quickly tweak a couple of captions, add a strong hook line, select thumbnails, and queue them up. You then schedule them out for the next several weeks, ensuring consistent posting cadence automatically. Honestly, that is the actual pathway to moving from posting sporadically to building a real, tangible presence. Let's compare that efficient system to some other popular methods you might currently be using. Many creators swear by tools like Descript or Capwing, and they are undeniably excellent for manual editing tasks. However, they can become quite expensive if your posting volume increases significantly, which is common. Furthermore, they still demand a substantial amount of hands-on effort to identify those key highlights manually. Then you have dedicated captioning services like Rev, which offer fantastic accuracy on the text. But again, the added cost of service and the necessary turnaround time start adding up quickly. The absolute worst scenario is when you stitch together 5 entirely different tools to cover the whole process. Suddenly, you realize you are spending 3 hours laboring over one video when it should take 30 minutes. The pros here are high accuracy or granular control over every single setting, which is great for perfectionists. The major cons are that the process becomes slow, entirely fragmented across apps, and ultimately too expensive. Now, Vizard is certainly not perfect, as I sometimes need to manually nudge a timestamp or polish a punchline. However, this tool is what truly automates the most labor-intensive part of the entire content creation cycle. Unlike other single-focus platforms, Vizard successfully ties your content creation directly to your distribution strategy. You eliminate the need for a separate, dedicated social media scheduling application completely. You simply set your desired posting frequency, and the system will queue up those clips for publishing. This automation frees you up to concentrate on the truly creative and human elements of your work. Focus your precious energy on crafting better hooks, researching deeper topics, and replying to every comment. These are the actual human-centric tasks that build community and should be your top priority. Here are a few actionable tips if you want to adopt this streamlined system while keeping things feeling natural. My first piece of advice is to always review those auto-generated captions before anything goes live. Automated systems are improving rapidly, but jargon, slang, and specific proper nouns still easily trip them up. For instance, LinkedIn consistently misspelled my own name and even once completely butchered the word Starbucks. Those tiny corrections you make elevate the perceived quality of your content significantly. Second, never assume that every clip the system highlights is an instant viral masterpiece. Search for clips that contain clear emotional beats, a concise premise, and a single complete idea within them. Those are the moments that manage to survive and resonate within the shortest attention spans online. Third, when using an autoscheduler, always consider the spacing and the messaging variety between your posts. Do not publish the exact same clip across every single platform on the very same day. Stagger those posts. Also, slightly tailor the accompanying caption text to suit the specific audience on each respective channel. Here is the exact workflow I am personally using effectively right now to keep momentum high. I upload my long-form video into Vizard, and I let it generate a starting batch of about 8 to 12 short clips. Then, I skim through that list and flag only the 3 to 5 clips that I think have true hit potential. I then edit the captions for those few and tweak the very first 2 or 3 seconds of each clip for a stronger opening hook. Finally, I drop these refined clips into the content calendar and let the system auto-schedule them over the next couple of weeks. Crucially, I still keep the link to the original full-length video visible in that post for those who want the deep dive. That single approach effectively multiplies your potential reach without demanding a ton of extra manual effort from you. There is a small caveat to consider if you are extremely brand-obsessed with every stylistic detail. If you need pixel-perfect motion typography or exact font matches on every single clip, you might still custom edit a few flagship pieces. Vizard is explicitly optimized for achieving maximum speed and scale in your posting output. But for the vast majority of creators focused on consistent content delivery, this tool represents an enormous time savings. Here is another subtle but very valuable benefit of this integrated approach, by the way. When the baked-in captions and scheduling are used, your platform analytics start showing exactly which short moments truly resonate. This immediate feedback loop lets you refine your future long-form recording sessions to include more of those proven moments. Essentially, you are no longer just repurposing old content, you are learning what your audience demands much faster. Let's do one final quick comparison against those expensive, all-in-one enterprise solutions out there. Many premium platforms often lock key features behind very high-tier enterprise pricing structures. Vizard's operational model, from what I've observed, tends to be much more accessible for solo creators aiming to scale efficiently. Cheaper caption tools will give you raw transcripts, but they entirely skip that vital next step of clip suggestion and calendar management. The very expensive tools truly do everything, but they include far too many unused features for the average creator. Vizard comfortably sits in this excellent middle ground, automating the tedious parts while preserving your core creative input. So yes, LinkedIn auto captions are a nice bonus, but they won't solve your entire content distribution headache. If your real goal is consistently turning one long video into a steady stream of polished multi-platform posts, you need that full loop. That complete workflow is where a tool like Vizard makes a truly practical and measurable difference for your output. It is imperfect, as all tools are, but it enables you to be prolific without ever sacrificing necessary clarity. If you found this quick breakdown helpful and want more practical creator workflow tips, please follow me at Alex Creates. Alternatively, feel free to swing by my personal website where I share more testing insights. I will keep rigorously testing these various systems and sharing whatever I find actually works for our jobs. And hey, if you try combining LinkedIn's native captions with an auto editor like this, definitely let me know how it goes. I genuinely want to see the clips you manage to create using this hybridized approach. That's all for now, creators. Peace out.